Is everyone ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, we're the AI for Teachers One group, and we've created a product called Essay Evaluate, which its purpose is to help English teachers all across the country.
Okay, so a little bit of context is that we all know that AI models have recently been evolving and are more widely available for everybody. This means that students are using it, and it means that educators may not be up to date on how to use AI in their classroom to teach students how to use it and use it responsibly. Also, for context, AI Camp is eager to build relationships with teachers. Just recently, 288 teachers RSVP'd to like an introduction kind of a Zoom meeting just to like introduce AI. And we wanted to help AI Camp build more relationships with those teachers and bring in more students. Now Charlotte's going to talk about the initial problem we saw.
Okay, so some initial problems we saw during our before we started building this product, there were two key ones. First of all, teachers are unsure about AI. I think this is a very common, commonly generalized issue, as obviously AI such as ChatGPT can be easily used to do things such as cheating that's not fair, and unethical. However, we believe that our product demonstrates that with AI, we have positive intentions, it can be used to make everyone's lives easier. Then, for a more specific problem, the issue we're trying to solve is that how teachers are spending a lot of time grading essays, and specifically English teachers. So how we plan to solve this is that our product, it automatically self grades these essays and allows teachers to look at feedback and based on this feedback give their own input and give this back to the students. This is key, as when teachers grade the essays by themselves, it usually takes a long time for them to grade essays, and students get their work back a lot of time later. It's crucial for these students to get their work back as soon as possible. Therefore, that's fresh in their mind, and they're going to be more interested in learning their mistakes and solving it.
Our solution to this problem is creating a set of resources that helps teachers learn more about AI, make them more familiar with it, so that they can help themselves as well as the students' education. And one part of this of our resources is our AI grader, Essay Evaluate, which it allows you to submit different prompts and categories, which then outputs a generated or GPT generated summary and grade of the submission.
Build the project. First, we talked with Michael to talk about what the project is going to be about. We then talked with teachers to see what they need, how can we make their lives easier. And we found that the two common threads were that they don't know what AI is the same way we do. So we're trying to teach them more about it. And B, the saving time of grading essays, so which is the AI grader. To do that, first we researched prompt engineering, and we found that a longer prompt always gives more consistent results, but is more expensive because APIs cost money. And we developed the website Essay Evaluate, which is open source on GitHub, so teachers can use it if they want. We made over 50 Notion resources in video, text, and interactive formats to educate teachers about AI. And they're hosted on GitHub pages for accessibility. For learning, we spent a lot of time learning about GitHub, APIs, effective communication, and teamwork. So we could, well, all that is self-explanatory.
Okay, so now we'll go on to our demo.
Can I share my screen? I can't roll some moves. Thank you.
Okay, do it.
Okay, so before we go into our actual website and the product we built, we also found some resources, as Ben mentioned before, to help teachers understand. We believe resources are important for two key reasons. First of all, they help the teacher understand what exactly AI is and give them a better understanding of that, because that might be helpful before they actually use our product. Second of all, doing that actually gives teachers more confidence in the fact that AI gives teachers more confidence in using our product, as AI, as I mentioned before, can be used for negative things. However, our product and all of these resources will demonstrate some of the positive effects of AI.
Alex just left the meeting, I think. Are
I
you able to
can-
screen share?
I can screen share.
Okay, do.
Yeah, next we'll just be demoing our product.
I can do Alex's part then. So for the rubric, we have 4 categories here. They're grayed out right now because I have data in the table, and it would be weird to change the rubric while you're editing it. But you can edit these, and then they'll also have a weight. So you can change. So right now, with the settings I have, clarity is the most important weight because it has a weight of 10. Strength and introduction, conclusion, and grammar are also important, but they're less important because they're weighted lower. And then we have the prompt here, which is what the student sees when they are told to make the essay. So this is an example prompt.
So next we're gonna quickly talk about prompt engineering. So Alex and I mainly worked on the prompt engineering, and the whole purpose, this was very important, as he mentioned before. Although longer prompts are important, overall usually more accurate and specific, we need to make it as the most efficient, so which was the most concise, as well as the most accurate. So we each took a week, 1 week of the 10 weeks to research prompts, and using ChatGPT, we continuously plug them in with an essay and see which ones are the most accurate. And in the end, we came up with a final prompt that we feed internally through the backend.
It was on Alex's code. I'm guessing his internet went out, so I don't have it ready here.
I'm so
But
sorry, my computer died. I can show my screen again to show you how it works, if that's okay.
Cool. We just talked about the prompts so far.
Okay. So yeah, this is the rubric that we used. We can add and remove categories as the teacher wants because it's their assignment. And then they have weights that you can change because the rubric has different importances for different parts. So let's say the assignment is to write about pros and cons of an energy source. And then here's a sample essay that I wrote about solar power, ChatGPT wrote. And then the AI will score it. It only takes a couple seconds, but it's a lot faster than having the teacher read through it themselves. So it parses both the submission, all the rubrics, and the prompt to generate how the student did in accomplishing all those goals separately. And we used a long prompt with a couple different conversation backgrounds so that AI does exactly what we expect and outputs in the right format. So if you give it a couple more seconds, it will come up with a list of the different rubric categories and the scores. So it gives the different point values and a specific comment that is unique to each student. And then we hit confirm score and it compiles it into the table and you can go back and do it over and over again.
So this is what the table looks like with more data. For the sake of time, we're switching screen shares because we don't have enough time to enter all the data. As you can see, each row is one student with their score, with the comment and their score. The score is here. You can sort the table based on any category. So if you want to see who has the best introduction, you could see that's Bob. And who has the worst, you could say that's Janet. You could also sort by score and by time entered if you want to do that. And then Suhas will leave to you for the submit the sheet part.
So once you click the submit to sheet button, it sends all that information to a separate Google Sheets so that the teacher or whoever's using it can visualize and organize the data a lot better. So then, yeah, that's what it does.
And then there's also a clear, now that we've showed that, there's also a clear data button, which will remove all the data. And then now you can edit the rubric again.
So in conclusion, we found that AI can really effectively grade written work, even with a bunch of different rubric categories, and we used a couple prompt engineering tools to improve our results. Over the course of these 10 weeks, our team has learned some really valuable skills, including using APIs, not just open AIs, web development, version control with Git, collaboration in a team, and just managing a project. Since a lot of teachers don't know a lot about AI and have little background, our over 50 resources will help demystify the concepts, and our tool will help streamline their workflow so they can get their work done faster. By spreading our AI knowledge, we can improve how education works using generative AI and other forms of AI in schools everywhere.
Cool, so this is us. Cassie Blackwood, our team lead. Shock has been working on prompt engineering and backends. Here's Truly has been working on backends as well as Suhas. And Alex has been working on front ends and the AI for OpenAI. Here's our socials here. And we've all been project managers. We switched to project manager in which week so we all have experience with it. And that's our project. Is there any more questions?
So I have a few questions. So first of all, like your website, was that deployed anywhere? Was it like deployed local? Where is that right now?
It's deployed,
The grading one.
it's in GitHub pages.
Okay. And the backend, there's a backend, right? It's hosted somewhere, right?
It's not deployed, it's on GitHub, so teachers would have to run it themselves. We haven't had time to deploy it.
I see. But the resources is in Notion, so that's something we can just grab it and use it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, I think this is going to be as a client for the project. I personally think the resources are something I think a lot of teachers would want to use. I think the rubric, for English for English teachers, I think might be helpful, but I'm not an English teacher, so I don't know. So this could be something like once you talk to some English teachers, they would be like, whoa, this is actually pretty helpful, right? Maybe, right? Maybe, you just need some kind of like easy to use kind of interface, for them to first try AI. So I can see that one. I can see that happening, but not completely sure because I'm not an English teacher. But yeah.